What up, world? Welcome to HPT, right? Today we're going to be breaking down trades 9/25, 2024, right? So give me 1 second here. We are going to pull up the charts, right? And more importantly, today we took a losing trade, right? It was took a losing trade for negative 16%. But overall, I was very proud of my entry. I was very proud of our ability to identify a bearish scenario, right? And I want to show you guys in today's live exactly how we do that. I'm going to break down the pre-market plan and everything, right? So first things first, we're going to pull up the Discord, right? So over here at High Performance Trader, we pride ourselves on remaining supremely objective. What does this mean? This means it is our goal, our job, our purpose to never predict things. We're not here to predict. We don't have to predict, right? It's our job to react to price action, right? And to do that, you just need a good understanding of what's going to happen at the critical levels, right? So every pre-market plan, there's a bullish and bearish scenario. It doesn't matter how much it's up in pre-market. It doesn't matter if it's at all-time high or whatever it may be, right? It's my job to identify two scenarios that can happen, one bullish, one bearish, off the pit numbers, right? So you're going to see here, SPY, pre-market plan, bullish scenario, looking for buyers to defend PDH in end of day sweet spot, right? So you can see here, that's what I call the sweet spot. We have PDH, we have end of day right next to each other, right? So in a bullish scenario, I'm looking for buyers to defend it. This means bullish structure. This means bullish break and retest. This means healthy 1 hour trend. This means healthy moving averages, right? We're not extended, etc., right? Looking to target all-time high. Bearish scenario. If buyers cannot hold EOD or PDH, I'm expecting sellers to push price back down to the 1 hour the 1 hour 50 EMA and pre-market low. Selling pressure below pre-market low means short plays targeting previous day low, right? So basically, if sellers take PDH at end of day, I'm looking to short the market down to pre-market low, right? Very simple. Oh, so now I'm going to pull up the charts. All right, so in the morning, price was very erratic, right? We were above PDH. I couldn't really find a good long play, right? And basically what that means is I couldn't identify nice risk, right? I couldn't identify a low risk, high reward trade, or if I could, I just wanted to be a little patient. And that's okay, right? Guys, like for years, I was way too impulsive. For years, I was way too irrational. For years, I had no patience, right? And a lot of traders think it's a discipline issue. It's not a discipline issue. It's an awareness issue. Once you start to realize what works and how to implement it and execute it the right way, you stop being impatient. You stop making irrational trades, right? So in the morning, I was like, listen, I'm just going to be patient. We got some selling. I'm looking for acceptance below that 50. Didn't get it. Buyers showed right up. Then we came back up. We ripped back above, and I wanted to be patient. Once again, QQQ was rallying, and I didn't like how fast it was going up. More or less, I'm just being patient here. And then we fall below PDH. Once again, this is our sweet spot, right? These two right here, I'm going to highlight it. This is what we call the sweet spot. What happens at these levels is going to paint the picture for us, right? So we fall below previous day high, and we come up for a retest. Now, before we get there, I want to point out we were also getting a lower high, right? So in the beginning, when you first start trading, you learn the very simple terminology: lower highs, higher lows, etc., right? And sometimes throughout our trading journey, we forget how effective those are, right? Look, you're literally getting a breakout above previous high, right? This was the high, got a breakout above it. It's a false breakout. Sellers came in, got the lower high. At this point, I'm like, okay, things are starting to get a little bit bearish, right? And once again, if buyers lose that level, I'm looking to target pre-market low, which is down here at 569.60, right? So now we've now identified that buyers do not have the bullish scenario, right? In a 50-50 world, buyers are either going to hold the sweet spot and price is going to go up. But if buyers lose the sweet spot, price is probably going to go down. It's a very high chance. So we fall below the 50 right here. This is very bearish. But we don't just enter short because we're below the 50, right? Because technically, I need to be able to hold this trade and draw down all the way up to previous day high, right? So once again, anytime you get a large sell-off, and look how far away we are from that blue line. That blue line means pullback. That blue line means if I get far away from that blue line, it's extended. It's unhealthy, right? I want to be patient. We get the pullback back in the end of day and back in the PDH. Once this candle closes, I'm in the market short. Why? Because this candle ripped into PDH, ripped in the end of day, and then closed below it. What's that telling me? That's literally telling me that buyers showed up, they tried, but sellers had enough muscle, they had enough power to push price down below end of day and close below it. And we're respecting the cloud, we're respecting the sweet spot, and we're also respecting the 9 DEMA, which is that blue line. Okay, cool. So we enter short, big deal. Our stop loss is above 57147. I'm risking 17 cents here, 20 cents. I'm not risking a lot here. I'm okay with that, right? And my reason why my stop loss is right there is because if price pops and goes above that purple line, that means the bearish scenario that I was looking to trade today probably isn't going to happen, right? So notice, using the pint numbers, you can do stuff like that. You could get in a trade and be like, okay, listen, if sellers don't hold this, it's probably going to go back into the bullish scenario. I don't want to hold a short in the bullish scenario. I only want to hold a short in a bearish scenario. I get a bearish chart pattern off the sweet spot. Okay, so we take the market short. Price rallies down. At this point, I'm up like 35%. And price rallies right back up. Today was extremely choppy, right? I was trading SPX. I had one contract. I probably should have took it. I don't know. It's up for debate. Feel free to write in the comments what you think was the right thing to do. But I did not take it, right? I really had my eye on that take profit all the way down there at pre-market low. And once again, I'm acting out my strategy, my process. And more often than not, you get the sell-off down to the next critical level. And that's literally what we ended up getting, right? So I actually had the right intentions. I had the right plan. I just couldn't hold all the way, right? And I'm going to show you price rallies in the previous day high. I hold through this. It's completely fine. I think I was down around 16% at this point trading SPX puts. Once again, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Price starts to sell off. Comes back down to the lows. And once again, right here, I'm up, let's say like 38%. And then price rallies and stomps me out because I adjusted my stop loss, which is not a bad thing to do. I just didn't do it the right way, right? And that's what I want to break down in this video. That's the lesson, right? So I ended up stopping out of this trade when the market looked like this, right? Price rallied back above open print, stopped me out right at the top of this candle for around, like I said, a 16% loss after theta and everything. I got in the market right here, and I ended up stomping out right here. So once I stopped out of the trade, obviously price began to sell off, right? And I want to show you guys one of the main reasons I stopped out of this trade, and this is another lesson that I took from today, right? Because it's okay to make mistakes. Nobody's a perfect trader, right? Honestly, the only traders that have any shot at actually making it in this game are the ones that can admit their mistakes, but not just admit them, they can learn from them, right? So the reason why I stopped out of this trade was because QQQ came down to previous day high. We got this little false break below it and then a rally. So I literally allowed QQQ's price action to cause me to break my process, settle for a loss, instead of sticking to my strategy, right? I'm sure, I'm going to be honest with you, I was starting to get a little frustrated holding through all that chop. I mean, literally, it was an extremely choppy day. Anyone that traded today knows, right? These candles were literally back and forth. They were like 40, 50-cent candles, right? So it was a very choppy day. Look at this. I mean, look at the wicks here. Constant buyers just kept showing up, but sellers actually ended up holding the conditions, right? So what did I learn from today? Well, first things first, what did I do right? I traded off my critical level. I traded with my moving averages. I stuck to my pre-market plan. right? These are all very positive things, right? This is stuff that's repeatable. This is stuff that I want to implement in my system, right? We all need a system. We all have a system, right? Your system might not work, but you do have a system, right? So what's repeatable goes in your system. Those are things I want to repeat, right? Trading off the critical levels, trading my pre-market plan, trading with my moving averages, trading with market structure, right? Trading with low risk, right? What's not in my system is getting out of trades because what another commodity is doing. That's not repeatable, right? That's not consistent, right? That's not systematic. We can't do that every single trade is basically what I'm getting at, right? So after that, I was done for the day. I wanted to dive a little deeper and take a step away back from the market. I didn't really like the conditions, right? But other than that, I think it was a great day. A 16% loss to learn a great lesson, right? If anyone feels any different, make sure you drop comments. I'm very interested to hear what everybody thinks. And guys, once again, before we wrap up, anyone that wants to get involved with our team, check out the Trader Bootcamp special, 50% off, 12 months free access to the Discord. Come join a team that puts in work every single day. I love all of you. Have a fantastic day.